Oh boy. Am I doing this right? God, it's been so long. Um, for you guys, it seems like I just missed one day, but I actually haven't sat down and recorded anything for about a week, maybe a little more than a week now. Um, if you guys didn't know, I was out at PAX West over the weekend, and had some interesting times. I got some things in the works that are gonna be pretty cool. I definitely know a lot of people have really loved the thought and the idea of the love raids over on Twitch, and I can't really say too much right now on it, but I have some really, really massive things in the works for those love raids. So I'm really, really excited to start getting to work on that. I'm hoping probably by next week, I'll have some more information to share. But we're gonna be making love raids a regular thing. We're gonna have stuff happening with them that is pretty awesome. So expect that here hopefully next week, maybe the week after. It depends on how everything goes. But yeah, other than that, PAX was good for the most part. There was some good, some bad, as with every trip. Um, but there was other things that Dragon and I did while we were out at Seattle, which is where this PAX was, and I got to check off a little bucket list checkbox, and we actually went to the see if I can get it to Space Needle. It's not really focusing. There you go. And this coin looks relatively similar, but I'll show it anyway. Dragon also got two coins. One is a duplicate of one of the ones I have, and then another one's of the mountain ranges behind the or near the Space Needle. But um, it was on my bucket list to catch a sunset at the top of the Space Needle, and we barely managed to get up to the top right as the sun was setting over the horizon. So it was really cool. I really, really, really loved it. And by the time we actually got to do it, like, it was super late in our trip, and finances had started to get even more tight than they were. So the we got like four of these coins for like $15, and they're just souvenir coins, but like it was amazing. I have some pictures, and Dragon has some pictures of it all and stuff like that, which was really awesome. Then I actually got to meet up with the Wounded Warrior people. The Wounded Warrior people, if you don't know, are a charity organization that help the like injured and all that the military members. And they know me enough because I've been raising money for them for long enough that they knew who I was before I even got there, which was kind of cool. But they also got myself and Dragon a little care package, and it had like a pop socket in it. It had a drink holder. It had a hat, keychain, a wire. So a whole bunch of stuff. It was actually really, really cool. Um, they absolutely didn't have to do that, and they did, and that was awesome. And I wasn't expecting anything, and Dragon was definitely not expecting anything. So it was super awesome. I loved getting to meet them. I'm gonna be talking with them hopefully here in the next couple months, maybe trying to get some stuff organized. Um, but So that was most of the good stuff. Now for the story that you guys have probably been waiting for, because it's probably the title of this vlog. Hi, Dancer. Are you the story? Do you want to tell the story? Is that what it is? Hmm? You're such a good girl. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta get Dancer. Nope, Dancer. Psst, hey. She's like, no, I know you're adjusting the camera. I don't want to be on camera. Just look at my back. Hi, sweetie. You're such a good girl. Yeah, my good girl. Anyway, so this story, um, like I said, up through pretty much the entire thing. Everything went well. Everything was fun. A couple like issues here and there, but nothing crazy horrible until our return trip. And so I need to preface this with the fact that mine and Dragon's flight home was changed like 5 times by the time we actually got to PAX. Our original flight was supposed to fly out of Seattle around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and we were supposed to get back here like midnight, 1 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So we would got home, slept, and kind of like got back onto our normal sleep schedule. Well, by the end of all the changes, our flight out of Seattle was at 11 p.m. and we didn't get home until 10 a.m. Or we didn't land in Pennsylvania until 10 a.m. and probably didn't get home until closer to noon yesterday, which is why this VOD didn't go up yesterday. Um, I'm dying. I'm making it today, obviously, but so we kind of hung out and stuff like that and tried to kill as much time as we could because obviously we had an entire day where we had absolutely nothing to do, right? And so we decided that we're just going to go to the airport early and just sit around and hang out. You know, we have Netflix on our phones, we have YouTube, whatever. We'll just watch something on our phones. Um, well, my dumb self forgot a bag in our Uber, which normally when that happens, the Uber person will either call you or you call them. They turn around, they get an extra $15 for going out of their way, and you get your stuff back. Easy. Well, this Uber driver decided that he was gonna hold our bag and all of the items inside hostage. Yes, hostage. He decided that he was gonna try to maneuver about an hour away, taking 2 rides from the time that he realized the bag was in there and that I had already called him and left a message saying we forgot a bag. And he found a way to get an hour north of us. Now, we got to the airport around like 2:30, so we had tons of time to kill, right? And he said that he pretty much would not return our items unless we compensated him for his time. We had to pay an extra $45 on top of the ride that he already gave us, which was $46, plus the $15 that Uber automatically gives the drivers for doing this. He wanted $45 cash, and he didn't want it as a tip on Uber, he wanted it cash. At this point, because there were some really, really expensive things and stuff that we needed in there, we're like, all right, whatever. Well, we, Dragon and I, we start working on ways to make sure that shit doesn't go down because this dude is being shadier than shady. We've talked to the Seattle airport security, we talked to the Seattle Police Department, and I started with a conversation with Uber and just a whole mess. And he finally gets there. It takes him like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get to us finally. And he wouldn't even open his door or hand me the bag unless we had the money either being pulled out or in our hand. He had the window cracked and he's like, "So are you gonna give me the money?" Excuse me? That's my stuff. Who fucking cares about the money? So I lay into this guy because it's against Uber's terms of service to accept cash for anything from your riders. It's all, especially with COVID, it should all be on the app transactions. And so I start ripping this guy a new one after he finally gives me the bag. And like, oh, I laid into him heavily. Um, but at this point, this Uber trip had cost us over $100 because this dude was blackmailing us to get more money from us. And I started laying into him and stuff like that. And this dude was getting so pissed off that if Dragon wasn't holding the door, he probably would have taken off and hit me with the side of his car, hit me in the head with the side of his car, and probably either gave me a concussion or snapped my neck. So that was fun. Um, but yeah, so I'm laying into him and he's like, "Oh, no, listen, this is how this works." I'm like, "No, it's fucking not." And I told him and I quote, "Listen, by the end of this, you're going to be out money because I'm going to make sure that you can't drive here in the airport and you're not going to be able to drive for Uber and Lyft because while we were driving, now keep in mind, throughout the trip to take us to the airport originally, that when he was actually a decent guy, he was speeding like doing 15, 20 miles per hour over the speed limit the entire time. And then he would sit there and browse on his phone and open up different apps and stuff like that, check all of his stuff while we were driving. And, like whenever we got out of the car to go try to like go to the airport, the big bag was in his trunk. He almost did not want to open his trunk so that we could get the big bag out of it. That's how shady this dude was. And so we and he tried to say that, "Oh, I'll just mail it to you guys, don't worry about it." No, your honor code is shit. You're not gonna mail it, and it was freaking Labor Day. How was he gonna go and mail it? Labor Day at like 4:30 at this point. Yeah, right. But anyway, finish talking to him. He takes off. He's pissed off, but he thinks he's got $105 or whatever it was in his pocket. We go down. We report him to, or report all of the information to the Seattle um, security people, and they already had all of his information and they take note of everything that happened, and they send out a ping to Uber about him as well as Lyft. And then they also sent me a link that I need to go through and fill out all the information for an extra thing to Uber and Lyft. And then plus, that's not including my own complaint that I had already submitted to Uber. And we got all that taken care of, and we got on the plane and we started to leave, right? And for the most part, everything else goes relatively smooth. Dragon and I are both really frustrated and just not happy, so we're both kind of like just grumping around and everybody's kind of deal. Um, but to put a little shiny cherry on top of everything, in a good way, we get home yesterday and we get together and get dinner with my mom and go do a little bit of shopping. While we're doing shopping, I get a final reply. I've been in contact with Uber this entire time from Monday afternoon until Tuesday evening. At this point, I've been emailing and sending a whole bunch of information back and forth between Uber and I, right? And I get a finalized email from them. They're like, well, we're going to be having a talk with our driver, and long story short, here's a full refund for your trip. And it was for what was on the Uber app. We couldn't obviously get the cash back. And what was on the Uber app was like $61 for the trip or something like that. A little over $60. So this man got $45 in cash, but is probably no longer allowed to drive for Uber, and he got his entire trip refunded out of his pocket. And the biggest reason why they're having like a big talk to him about it is when we first got into his car to have him take us to the airport, his car was empty. There was nothing in it. When he dropped off our bag and that whole spiel, he had someone else's bag in the front seat with him. So he was doing this to multiple people. So, yeah, that was a fun experience, and but God, throat's getting dry. I don't have anything to drink. But yeah, so that was our fun little adventure. I've been rambling on for far too long as it is, so that's gonna be it for this vlog. I will be hopefully back to regular uploads starting tomorrow. I don't have anything new recorded this week, but hopefully Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, I will be able to sit down and record and start getting things back on track, pick up Ratchet and Clank and all that again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of all that down in the comments below. Go out, do something nice for somebody. Oh, hiccup. Jeez, my whole body's rebelling against me. It's been a while. Go out, do something nice for somebody today. And I will see all of you guys next time. Bye, guys.